Hello guys. Hopefully that transition worked out, or else that's awkward. Welcome or welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for clicking on this video. My name is Tyler and today we're going to be setting our July TBR. Last month we put all the books that are on my Goodreads want to read list, printed them out, and chose them out of our TBR jar. Not gonna lie, the TBR jar didn't lead me to astray last month. We ended up getting quite a few 5-star reads, so check out my latest reading wrap up. But we're hoping for similar results this month. Let's see what the jar has in store for us. Let's do a little shaky shake. Last month we chose 8 books and I feel like that was a good number. Oh, one fell out. I'm taking this as a sign from the universe that it wants me to read this book. Let's see what the first one's going to be. It's super teeny tiny, so it's probably hard to see. A Novel Love Story by Ashley Poston. Okay. This is Ashley Poston's newest release. She also wrote The 7-Year Slip, which was a very highly rated book and a beloved book. This is her newest release that I believe came out like just a week or 2 ago. The cover is so cute. The only person I've heard talk about this so far was Destiny Sidwell, and she didn't end up loving this book. So fingers crossed I like it a bit better than she did. I believe it's a love story that takes place within a book. That's honestly all I know about it, but I'm excited. I believe this is Ashley Poston's 3rd book. She has The Dead Romantics, The 7-Year Slip, and then A Novel Love Story. Let's go ahead and pick book number 2. What will she be? What will she be? Oh, okay. Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. I'm trying to think if I have this physically, but I don't think I do. My rough understanding of the book is it is a fantasy. This girl only has half a soul, so she's like really awkward, doesn't fully understand social cues, and it takes place in like Regency era, so she's like having her coming out season where she's trying to find a husband, but because of her kind of little quirks, it's harder for her than most to find a match. I believe that is the vibe. Love a Regency romance, and I have read Regency romances before and enjoyed them. So fun. Both of these have a bit of a magical element as well as a love story, so cannot complain. Those are like my 2 favorite things. Gonna do some mixy. There's over 80 books in this jar, which I don't even know how. I swear every time I go on Goodreads, I'm like, oh yeah, I found like every book I want to read. And then I start exploring, and no joke, last month I added 20 books on my want to read list. Like, what is wrong with me? Book number 3 is going to be The Bridge Kingdom by Danielle Jensen. Okay, so far I think I have to buy all of these books and none of them are on Kindle Unlimited, which, okay, TBR jar, you're getting a little expensive this month. Bridge Kingdom is another fantasy with, I believe, some romance. You know, it's the start of a series. Honestly, I don't know a ton about the actual plot within this fantasy book. Let me look it up really quick on Goodreads to kind of jog my memory. Oh, okay. I do remember this one. So there are like 2 rivaling kingdoms. She is the princess of one, and she's been trained her whole life to like be an assassin. She gets married off to the king of this other kingdom, and her whole plan and like her goal since birth is that she's going to undermine like the monarchy in this other kingdom and like infiltrate them from within. Another fantasy romance though. The TBR jar is wanting to give me some love stories. Wouldn't mind something a little bit different because these all are giving the same general ideas, I think. Okay, let's get a little baby one here. Let's see what this is. Another romance. We have The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren. So I have read one book before by Christina Lauren, and it was Love in Other Words, which I know is a very beloved book. Unfortunately, I didn't really love that book. I gave it 3 stars. The writing like wasn't totally my vibe. Their character development was questionable in my opinion. So I believe The Paradise Problem is their newest release. And from the description, I would imagine it's a pretty summery book, so not too bad. We are in July, so summer reads are not opposed. Okay, this is so weird. So these 2 people got married so she could get like subsidized housing at UCLA, but they weren't like actually in a relationship. But now For the male main character to receive his inheritance, he has to appear that he's been happily married for 5 years. So they re-get together so that he can get his inheritance. Interesting. Seems like some fake dating, forced proximity, maybe like millionaire, billionaire romance, depending on what the inheritance is. We'll see. It does seem like that one's going to be pretty summary, so I do like that. Let's go ahead and get our 5th book. I'll let you guys see this one first. We have Fable by Adrienne Young. I've heard amazing things about this book from Carrie Can Read. I know that this is a very highly rated duology by her. I do believe that this is YA fantasy. And is there like a pirate aspect to this as well? I think so. And again, I think it's a duology, so that's nice because so many fantasy series are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books long. Especially with the TBR jar having me pull different things, like sometimes a quick short series is definitely what I need. So I like that this is most likely just a duology. Okay, I'm not sure like what I'm looking for, but I don't feel like the TB jar has given it to me yet. So let's see what book 6 has in store for us. Ooh, okay. This is another fantasy. Okay, I'm getting overrun by fantasies. But to be honest, fantasies are typically very highly rated by me, so maybe the TBR jar is prioritizing highly rated reads rather than my mental sanity. Legendborn by Tracy, Deonn. Again, I've heard amazing things about this from Carrie Can Read, but a lot of the other booktubers that I watch have also read this and have really enjoyed it. I think there's only 2 books so far in this series, but more are planning to come. I absolutely love the cover of this book. I think all of the colors used are just pretty epic. Okay, so we have a 16-year-old Bree who loses her mom and get introduced to the magical world and the secret society called Legendborn. I've heard amazing things so far, and luckily book 2 is already out, so if it ends on a cliffhanger, it's okay. I can go straight into book 2 if need be. I'm definitely glad we decided to stick with 8 books in total because I have a feeling some of these books are going to take me longer than others. And I think I have to go out and buy all of these books, so RIP. Okay, our 7th book is going to be Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. Okay, I'm actually very excited for this because I already have this ready to go on Audible. It is another sci-fi that I have heard amazing things about. I had my first introduction to sci-fi last month with Ministry of Time, and I know that Project Hail Mary takes place in space. There's like this astronaut that wakes up in a coma and he's in space on some type of mission. I don't know who Rocky is, but I know there's a character named Rocky and like everyone loves Rocky. So maybe that's what I was looking for. That is a very nice change of pace. And very nice that I already have it on Audible. Okay, for our last book, I'm gonna give this like a good shake. Would really love a book that I don't have to buy. So either something that I physically own or Kindle Unlimited, please. Here we go. Yes! Yes, thank you TBR jar. We have Vacation Wars by Meghan Quinn, which is a Kindle Unlimited romance. Not gonna lie, I love the TBR jar because I swear I take it as a sign from the universe. It feels like a tarot card pull for me. The universe is like telling me what I need to read. Before we wrap up, I'm gonna go check if I actually have Half a Soul already so that we can properly determine what books I already own versus not. Okay, much to my dismay, I do not already own that book. So we need to buy 6 books this month for our TBR. And I do not own a physical book to show you guys. The only books we won't have to buy is Project Hail Mary with Audible and Vacation Wars with Kindle Unlimited. I feel like our lighting is getting a little wonky now. I'm looking very orange. I felt like our lighting was doing pretty good before because I'm trying out a new location. What do you guys think of this backdrop? We're in my office, so you guys are actually on my bookshelf that typically I film in front of. But I don't know, I love all my decor here in the background. I thought that maybe it would be fun to have that as our little background. So what do you guys think? I felt like the lighting was good before, but I'm not so sure about now. Did that make it any better? Adjusting the brightness? Who knows? that is where I will love you and leave you for this July TBR. Let me know, are you reading any of these books at the same time? What's on your July TBR? Have you read any of these books? What do I have in store for me this month ahead? Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.